Hello friends and welcome back to ReddX, your source for the freshest daily cringe content anywhere on the internet. Promise, swearsies, it's just a fact and it's totally science. Go ahead and look it up. Thank you so very much. Today we're jumping into r/RPG Yeah, it's been a while since I've bopped around here, but we had a post in my personal subreddit r/ReddX reads that I thought would fit rather well in that subreddit, but it was rather short, so I decided to pair it up with a few other stories, and we're just gonna see how it goes. I know there's a lot of people that were brought to this channel because of the RPG horror story content, so I'm not looking to leave those people in the lurch. I see you, I want to give you what you're hungry for, so that's what we're gonna do today. We are live streaming this on Twitch. If you'd like to come through and see me, that'd be pretty cool. We're gonna get some additional plugs and disclaimers out of the way, and then we will dive right into some of this RPG horror stories cringe. A story of how an edgelord created a schism in a D&D adventure in a convention. See, the problem is you're doing it at a convention. Presumably you don't really know these people. I will never play D&D with people that I don't know intimately. That's just a personal rule of mine. I find that D&D works a whole lot better if you trust these people 100%. Randos? Forget it. Miss me with that. But anyways, my wife and I have been running D&D Adventurers League games in conventions for many years when we lived in Utah, USA. As a result, we always got invited to Comic-Con, FanX, Anime Bonsai, SaltCon, Gaming Con, etc. to run adventures and grow the popularity. The popularity of yourself or the adventure? I think D&D is already pretty popular. If you want a game that you need to grow the popularity of, let me show you Blood and Thunder. Yes, created by our very own Ramtide, a pirate-based nautical tabletop RPG. We've also got Weirdos and Waifus, which ties in a lot closer to this channel, where you can LARP as a neckbeard to your heart's content. I'm just saying, that's the kind of stuff that really needs to grow in popularity, if you please. You can get those games for free or, pay what you want over at ramtide.itch.io. I will try to remember to slap that into the description for you. Thank you so much in advance. Now, this happened in Anime Bonsai of 2016. It was the very first time that we were there, and we all made sure to make our games as fun as possible to ensure that we got invited back. We did, and we've been there ever since. However, there is always that one neckbeard / edgelord / nice guy that ruins the fun for everyone. Yeah, we call him that guy. That guy with the main character syndrome who doesn't understand how to work with other people. You want to have a solo adventure? It's called writing a book. Get away from my table. I had the misfortune of having this person at my table. He wasn't a whale of a man. He was rather skinny, maybe even lanky. He wore a red button-up shirt, which was baggy on him, a pair of black pinstripe dress pants, also too baggy on him, a white tie, a black trench coat, and a fedora. Yeah, you can take one look at this guy and know what he's about, right? Come on, he's trying to dress it up for the ladies. Maybe I'm gonna find the girl of my dreams at Comic-Con. Yeah, good luck, chucklehead. All he needed was the katana, the body pillow, and some Mountain Dew to finish the ensemble. He walked around with a sense of superiority, and when he talked, he also made sure to make his speech seem polished and proper, with a smooth and suave voice. Yeah, that's why I picked that voice for him, because it's so smooth and suave. He didn't have a neck beard, but instead he had like some scraggly pubes awkwardly poking out of his face. He had acne galore, greasy hair. However, no stench emanated from him, and I was extremely glad for that. Yeah, like I said, he's dressing it up today, okay? He's on the prowl. This is him on his best behavior. and apparently it still isn't acceptable. And of course, all of this still didn't shield him from the putrefaction of his own mind and his heart and the vitriol within his mouth. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we just call that coom-brains, but I like the way you put it. Rather poetic, I think. So he arrived at my table. I was about to run a 2-hour adventure, and it was composed of him and a very lovely husband and wife couple. You couldn't even tell that they were gamers by looking at them. Can you tell by looking? I mean, I guess with some people you could, but I don't think people would peg me and my wife as gamers most of the time. Well, possibly me, but not my wife. They seemed very out of place. They look like the stereotypical upper middle class white couple. Think of the blonde Chad and Stacy. But they were very well versed in nerd culture. My wife and I are still very good friends with them. Don't judge a book by its cover, that's all I'm saying. Unless they're a neckbeard, then definitely judge that guy by his cover. So the game began, and the edgelord constantly tried to derail the adventure with trying to hurt every NPC that had female genitalia. I told him to stop because he was making the others uncomfortable. He stopped, and then just spoke softly while glaring at me. He tried to intimidate me, but I wasn't shaken by it. Yeah, you want to do this? I don't think you know what you're getting into. If you want to step outside, just let me know. I'm only equipped with these hands, but they each do a 1d10. In the middle of the adventure, while in a desert caravan, a sandstorm hit and knocked their cargo aside. Everyone managed to pick up and gather the contents of the wagons, except for Neckbeard. He just sat and did nothing. You realize this doesn't require any actual work, right? It's all theater of the mind. Why would you not help your party out? The NPCs asked and pleaded for his help, and he did nothing. The couple asked several times, and again, he did nothing. He just sat, looked at everyone working, and just insulted them for being saps and fools, while wearing that smug smile of his. Yeah, this ties right into what I said, right? D&D with strangers, you never know what you're gonna get. You might have a bad time. Needless to say, no one liked him. In his insults, he said something that set husband off, so bad that he had to leave the table. His wife decided to stay behind to finish stuff. No, back your husband up. This adventure's over, okay? And of course, only a short while later, the adventure ended, and I divided the XP, treasure, and everyone went their own separate ways. I then went to check on husband and asked if he was okay. He said he was getting there. He also said that he was close to punching the edgelord's face in. Go ahead, do it. Talk is cheap. The wife was sad that things had come to this point and said she didn't want to end the game because their characters needed the XP to get to the next tier. She later mentioned that after her husband left, edgelord gave her creepy looks. She wasn't the only woman to make such a claim. Honestly, as the DM OP, you should remove him at a certain point. He's not there for the right reasons. It's time to make the table more comfortable for everybody else who shows up, right? My wife was also ready to punch this dude when he was acting like a total creep at a table full of women and teenage girls. Again, get him out. Put the boots to him, medium style. After I finished talking to the couple and went back to the table to pick up my stuff, one of my coordinators came to me and told me that edgelord had made a formal complaint against me. Yeah, the road to hell is paved with good intentions. You're like, maybe he's gonna do better if I just let him sit at the table longer. Get him out! It's over! For having a hostile table and for treating him horribly. He also managed to throw in some slurs, I'm Latino, while he was at it. The coordinators were on my side, however, and we figuratively wiped our asses with that complaint. After that adventure, he was banned from the D&D section, effective immediately, because he had also pulled similar stunts at other tables. So in the end, I have my fun with his dwarven trickster cleric. I often make him an antagonist in the adventures that I run, and I get pleasure every time that he is killed. I mean, that's one way to take care of it, isn't it? Epilogue. I pressed my coordinator for the exact language that edgelord used. He called me a specific slur for Latino people and a parasite in this country, and said something about me needing to speak good English. Yeah, me speak English good. Why use many word when few word do trick? Now, why did I not immediately end the adventure? Ah, see? We are in the same boat, aren't we, OP? I tried to end it, but the wife wanted to keep going. It was the final adventure for the day, and they had an adventure the next morning, and they needed to be level 5 to participate in that adventure. Whatever, man. Fudge the sheet. Yeah, I'm level 5. Who cares? I guess I'm not a D&D purist like most people. I don't care how much I want level 5. I'm not gonna sit here and tolerate this for the next few hours. I'm 32 years old. I've been in the US for 21 years, and my English is flawless. I pride myself on that. And my prideful nature makes it so I speak English as perfectly as possible. Yes, I am petty. Not like Larry David petty, but still. So does this neckbeard edgelord count as sort of like a Karen as well? Because he went to report you to your supervisors or whatever? It seems so ridiculous that he would think that that would have any effect. I can understand if it's a whole table complaining about somebody who's running a game, but one person, they're like, yeah, had a bad time. It's like, well, everybody that sits at your table seems to have a bad time because of you. So maybe the person running the game's not the problem. Maybe you are the problem. I understand you paid to get into this convention and whatnot, but honestly, we hope not to see you again. Security, this is this guy's face. If we see him in here, we gotta get him out for the comfort and safety of all of our guests. He's too coon-brained to operate around other human beings. Maybe we need to set him up with a glory hole mimic. That's the only way to really truly solve this for good, isn't it? A rather good story, I do think. I would have liked to see a bigger punishment in that, but honestly, excluding him from the thing that he so enjoys is probably punishment enough, right? We don't have to put him up against the wall, right? We did that part for fun. Anyways, that was a rather short one, so we're gonna get into some other stories, and I hope you join me over there. DMPC has Holy Avenger at level 2. We kill him and take it for ourselves. Then the DM quits. Oh, looks like your self-insert isn't working out how you thought it was gonna work out, huh? Well, that's a shame. Oh, that's too bad. At level 2, I love it. Horror from all sides that culminates in everybody losing. In our first session, we almost TPK from goblins. At the end of that session, we level up and arrive at the town where a paladin NPC joins us. The DM says, I'll help you out since it looks like you're having a rough time. Oh, thank you so much. Our next mission is to infiltrate a zombie bandit hideout under an abandoned mansion. At first, it looks like another near TPK with the bandits hitting pretty hard, but then the DMPC pulls out his holy sword and smites everything in sight. Out of character, I know that this is the Holy Avenger. I have to talk about how OP this is for a level 2. And the DM says, well, do you not want the help? As expected, the DMPC Paladin shines every fight, and we just kind of feel like the backup dancers. Really, if you're trying to put on a show like this, run your adventure like this, then just write a book, man. You can have your hero do all the amazing things, and you don't need a captive audience to do it. Put it on Amazon, 99 cents, hell, make it free. Nobody's gonna read it, but maybe if you write it, you'll cut out these sorts of shenanigans. This keeps going on until level 3, and we are all annoyed by this point. During the night, we plot to steal the sword. We stab him in his sleep, and the DM says, PvP's not allowed. You can't murder hobo your ally and steal his sword. I don't want to continue DMing for you guys anymore. Okay, good. Good riddance to bad rubbish as far as I'm concerned. Now you got time to slot in another game with an actually decent DM. Do you think this DM actually had like some amazing tricks up his sleeve? Was he gonna throw a story at you that you could have never possibly conceived of? No, everything is cookie cutter. He's coloring completely inside the lines and basically just trying to play the hero and make everybody else watch. I think probably you needed like a better reason to kill him in character. Maybe you could have been a bit more sneaky about it than just like ganking him in his sleep. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, yeah, what are you doing? You're the DM. You don't need a player character. We don't need the help. Thanks, but no thanks. You're there to roll the dice. You're there to just make a bunch of stuff up so our adventure can go on. Power goblin spotted and promptly killed. With good reason. Another short post, so let's keep rolling on into the next one. DM brought players' actual dead brother into the game as a ghost. Oh my god, dude. This is heinous. Already, in the title, I am horrified that somebody would take it to this extent. Are you kidding me? You really thought that that was okay? Ugh. This happened a few years ago in high school. A senior of mine asked if I wanted to play D&D, and I said yes. It was me and 5 other guys at the table, including the DM. The DM was not the most, socially mature person. He often tried to appear smarter and had an attitude of, we're better than everyone else because we play D&D, to the point where it became really cringy at times. I mean, what does playing D&D make you better at? I guess imagination or something. I could make the argument that there is some merit to playing D&D, but when you make it such a big deal, it makes me think that that's really all you have in your life, and that's pretty sad. Anyways, this DM really hated us making jokes or doing any type of goofy stuff at the table. Oh, it's a serious big boy game. Edge Max Death Grind right here. To him, D&D was the best way to tell and experience stories, at least according to himself. To his credit, he did come up with a really big world with a lot of different stories, and most of them were really anime-ish, but still enjoyable for the rest of them. Yeah! And then Inuyasha showed up. Oh, great. Okay. I want to change the world. Well, I think I'm done. My character had a brain hemorrhage and died. Don't call me, I'll call you. One of the guys at our table, John, had to leave the game for a few months. His big brother had passed away in a car accident whom he was really close with. We kept in touch with him though and offered any support that we could. After 2 months, he started coming back to school. The DM decided to continue our old campaign, with most of the focus being on John's character and him getting the spotlight, though none of us really minded that. Yeah, on the surface, it seems like a nice gesture. He's in a bad place right now. Why not let him be the hero for a little bit, right? Well, in the second session, the DM had us explore ruins where John's character's ancestors used to live. See where this is going, right? We then met a ghost who looked exactly like John's brother and had the same name, and even told us about how much he loved his family and his little brother. God, dude. This is heavy cringe. How did you think that this was okay? Oh! John left the table without saying anything, and the rest of us didn't even know what to say. The DM didn't know John's brother. He had never met him, but somehow he thought it was a good idea to include him 2 months after his death. Oh, God. I mean, I can see how it's done with the best intentions, especially from somebody who is emotionally stunted, as OP said, but God damn, dude. Are you not entertained?
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
This is just so... It's the worst idea ever. We all apologized to John and asked the DM to apologize, but he couldn't see what he had done wrong. He later sent a message to John saying how he was thinking this would help provide him closure. Oh yes, role-playing my dead brother, 2 months dead brother, with some idiot that never met him. Are you kidding me? We all stopped playing after that, and I only recently started playing again on Discord. God, this DM is 100% lost in his own sauce, is he not? He's sitting there like, yeah, everybody said I'm wrong, but you shouldn't be booing me because I'm totally right. Like, you're the only one that thinks you're right about this, bro. Why would you take it to this extent? Can you not see? Just run it by a few impartial parties and see what they have to say about it. I'm shocked. Even from the title alone, I was shocked, but this is so heavy, dude. I tried to see it from the DM's point of view. I'm like, okay, maybe he is emotionally stunted and whatnot, but it's really not an excuse for doing something like this. Come on, this is like normal human stuff, right? Respect the dead, please and thank you. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna do one more story and then I'm gonna get out of here for the day. And I appreciate you guys for watching with me this far. Stealing the spotlight because I gave someone else the final kill. Oh yeah, everybody wants to be the superstar, ain't that right? Oh, I'm the biggest, baddest player of this imaginary game. Oh, are you? Are you really? Tell me all about it. I am very not interested. So this happened a week or so ago. We played a one-shot online with level 14 characters. We had agreed with the DM that optimization was fully on the table. I turned up with a Valor Bard that mostly supported our frontliners. The problem player was our Lockadin, Warlock / Paladin. Oh yeah, that's edgy right there. Lawful stupid with an Eldritch Blast. Come and get me. The whole point of his character was just fishing for critical hits and then using Eldritch Smite and Divine Smite to dish out huge damage. Yes, massively optimized. Whatever happened to just playing a game, you know? Why do we have to make it all about big numbers and whatnot? Come on. The DM had laid out an extensive dungeon for us to rip and tear through. Rip and tear. It soon became apparent that the problem player felt obliged to tell us exactly what to do. Oh, thank you so much for your knowledge. I'm gonna purposely disobey. How about that? When an enemy Misty stepped away from him, he told the DM that he wanted to attack because he had Sentinel. After being told that he couldn't because it was a teleport and not a movement, he sneered at me. OP, counterspell it. I told him that he wasn't gonna kill it next round anyways and that it wasn't worth it. All right, I thought you played a support character, but fine. Yeah, support character doesn't mean I have to lick your bum, all right? I added +2 to your damage roll. What else do you want from me? Here's the kicker. Once we arrived at the boss fight, some kind of devil, super original. He still hadn't really gotten to show off his smiting potential. Therefore, I teleported into the enemy's reach and used the help action on the paladin to attack the devil. Party demon, whoa! In addition to giving him inspiration, I then stepped back and described how I taunted the devil, only to drop my sword and held out my hands, stepping backwards, to provoke an opportunity attack whilst winking at the paladin. Are you picking up what I'm putting down? Oh, I get to make an attack? He rolled. Nat 20. The DM described how my risky play allowed the paladin to carve the fiend in two with the power of heaven and hell. Yeah, that's pretty legit. I like that as an ending. All right, pack it in. Let's all go home. I was overjoyed as I managed to do exactly what I wanted. Help others play their character as the epic hero that they imagined. Hell yeah, lean right into that problem player's power fantasy. It's admirable, OP, but I don't think it's making it any better. Does my sword carve through OP's character as well? The paladin asked. What the hell? You dick? No! Why? What? Then we're gonna initiate PK and just player kill the entire party? Is that how this is gonna go? Some PvP for you? That's how you want it to end? Okay, always go out with a bang. I'm gonna let it happen. The DM looked confused. I was dumbfounded. No, why would it? The paladin sighed, and in character he grumbled at me, not to get in the way of his monster killing. What? What? Are you kidding me? I'm the reason that you were able to make that hit. Oh, what a douche. We ended the session pretty soon afterwards, but the following day I woke up to a bunch of messages that I hogged the spotlight and made his character seem like a wuss for relying on your character. I know for sure that I am not playing with that same group again, which is a shame because the DM is awesome. Okay, well, pay to play. Lure that DM away. You belong to me now. TLDR, I used the help action to let someone finish the fight, and I got accused of spotlight hogging for it. That is the definition of not spotlight hogging. What are you talking about? Your ego is just so out of control, like even in game. How is that possible? Is it really my fault that you rolled a character that relied on crits that didn't do a goddamn thing through the entire dungeon? And finally, at the end, I allow you to have your moment and you want to cut my character in half. I mean, I'm not one to participate in fisticuffs over a D&D game, but come on, bro. That is super ridiculous. I wouldn't come back to this group either. But I still think that you should try and lure that DM away in any way possible. Good God. I hope you enjoyed the episode, friends. If you did, I hope you like, comment, and or subscribe. We got all kinds of links in the description. Plugs, playlist, podcast, Spotify, iTunes, Teespring. If you're trying to rock that merch, thanks so much. We did live stream this whole thing on Twitch, but I got other social medias, you know, Twitter, Discord, Facebook, all that type of stuff. I'd also like to thank my gorgeous, wonderful, beautiful, generous channel members and Patreon patrons, as I do every episode. Jerry much, so thank you too. Dazzle Misery, Skylar Rain, The Fez Waver, That One Gay Cop, Valley Eye Crane, She's a Rosie Rainbow, Slow Spooner, Sean Campbell, Heaven Set, Robert Thibodeau, Jackie McQuitty, Grimstrad, Trainboy, AJ Collins, The Tiny Boy, Toothplushy, Corey Arts, Kelly Clark, Legolas, Loser, Florentic Waver, Dungeon Bat, Billy D, Robert Waits, Brandon Ashcraft, John Endors, Phantom Danica, Orgamy Steve, Skylar May, Amara, The Gypsy Barber, Fire Drake, Samantha, Death's Flagship, The Bearded Snake, and buy two, get one hand. Heading over to Patreon, we've got Miss Black, Harley Hohen, Robert Allen Waits, again, Camille Sarah, Chance the Blue Dragon, Roxanne Wolf, Sim, Jerry Conrad, Ingy Fluxer, I Need Coffee, Yummy Poo, Captain Cloud Jerry, Ellipses, Aaron Jerry, Deku, Esteban, Orgamy Steve, Santa Jerry, Silent Revolver, PCB, The Original Jerry, Ravencraft, Hamodius, The Fourth, Tick Jerry, Destiny Piper, Cherish Kitsune, Salty Wizard, A Very Tired Jerry, feel that too, that's why I need the coffee.
Justin Jarconia Jerry, and Frankenberry, ain't that hide bitch though, Assassin Pug Jerry, Baby Jerry, Bailey Joy, Peter Jerry, Benji and the Jets, Billy D, Bitch Gremlin, Blade Hero, Bronze Kraken, Commander J Tank, Dr. Lux, Aaron Era, Esports, Rose Never Studio, Fire Drake, Gizmo Jack, Hadrian BR, Inquisitor Jerry, Irish Pirate, Lust the Blue Marble in a Mutiny, oh tragic, Iron Olive, Radiant Jam, JM Coon, Jerry Smith, Jerry Blacktail, Jerry Outlaw, Mother Trucker, Hog Hog, Jerry, I'm begging you, please don't take my beard. What? Jerry, wake up! I don't like this, Jerry, wake up! What is happening right now? John Hero, Crewhee, Cuddly Kraken, Lady Italian Greyhound Dino, Lady in Awakening, Lauren Crow, Legitimate Girth, Miss Monday, Lord Jerry-O, Luca Vex was a race car driver. He was a good friend of mine. Never did win that checkered flag, but I helped him drink his wine. Like and subscribe, my Lady Nix, Melgar the Destroyer, Metal Flector, Needless King 89, Paragon Soul, Phantom of the Pines, Jerrykins, and Jerry Beth, Queens, Quaaludes, and Quagmires, Ramtide, Lacrimates, Rose Jerry Miller, Sarita the Lolita, Scarlet's Coven, Sergeant Gate Cop, Bringer of the Law, Silo Whip, Steve Bugelli, Stephanie Gunther, Synaptic Boomstick, Brilliant Tomago, Tabby of the Blue, the Gypsy Barber, the Lilith Who aren't you fusky? This isn't even my final beard. Try to find another Bob to get back to the real world. Vanguard Angel, VC3, Viking Jerry, Void the Comet Destroyer, Wiki Tech, Zephyr the Gargoyle, or Clay, Comrade Mooney, Kira, not another Jerry, but he is though, Cage Alex 9, Redwind, Bad Penny Lane, Not the Viper, Saints Blessing, Third Stuff, Venom Jerry, Jace Christensen, One Leg Jerry has returned from battle. Salute to you. A normal Jerry. Alright, Red. For you I bring Doritos, but I count on your expertise if they attract beards. Yeah, no one's good. We'll chase him off with soap. Admiral T-Take, Amber Alder, another stupid hipster, Atomic Jerry Zilla, Breaker of the Tom Army, Bartender Kelia, Big Dad Wolf, Broken Spine Horseradish, Cake Jerry, the original different Jerry, California Jerry Girl, Chevron 7 Lock, Chicago Panda, Corey does art sometimes, Cowabunga Cody, Cryptides, the Fawn Jerry, Def Tuna, Dilf Jerry, Dwarfy Dude, Dwarven Ramsey, half the calories, all of the hate. Ghost of Alpha, Greymon 365, Heap Knot, Hydra Jerry Solman, Janitor Jerry, roaming the streets of Finland, Jasmine, Jeffrey, Geralt of Arabia, Jerry, but with 2 S's and an E, Jerry Springer, the results are in, you are not the Neckbeard, Jerry the Sussy Baka, Jerry's mom's got it going on, check out the mustache on Jerry Aldo Rivera, Jerry Roxers, Jerry Role-Playing Game, Keaton Tails, Kid Marvelous, Kids Again, Lucha Lovecraft, Machia CD, maybe next time Milkfed give Miss Duchess, Mr. Gazmask, not Invisible Angel, Raptor Arc, Seldom Dark, Skybar, Ravenswood, Smegma Bale, Grind Set Jerry, and getting that cheese. God. Thanks, I hate it. Siri, that's Snom Jerry, Spoonie the Rogue, Spoopy Scary, Jerry Ton. Oh, your season is coming up soon. Techno Dubs, the original Jerry, they call me Jerry Two Knives, Jerry Pie. To Infinite Jerry and beyond, Tokyo Bird, Unkale, Vaughn, throws 2 liter Mountain Dew, grow my neck beard, grow. It's Jerry time, holds ReddX Morpher, Hygiene, it's Jerry time, holds ReddX Morpher, Humility, and thank you to my gorgeous $1 patrons as well.
Bless up to all the Jerrys and not Jerrys alike. Thank you guys for helping to keep the channel afloat. If you can afford to support monetarily, it is huge. It is necessary. But if you can't afford to do it, I mean, don't sweat it too hard, friends. I just appreciate you coming through, hanging out with me, and I hope that you come on back and hang out with me again tomorrow. In order to do so, you need to keep yourself safe out there. Wash your hands. Also, take some time out and do something that you personally enjoy today. Maybe like watching some more ReddX videos. If you guys would like to see more RPG horror stories, please do let me know in the comments. Neckbeard stories themselves not been getting the views that I would like lately, but maybe RPG horror stories like a new horizon for us. So I don't know. You let me know what you think. I'm looking forward to hearing about it. Always remember, friends, that you are loved, you are worthy, you definitely deserve it, and I shall see you in the next one. So until then, friends, bye-bye.